Okay, going live. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. There we go. We're live.
We are back.
We're
We're here.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It doesn't feel a minute over 14 days since our last one.
A minute over 14 days. Look at us.
Yeah.
We're almost on time. Almost on time for this week.
Yeah.
We have to back the clock. Even when we try to be on time, it's still a week late.
Well, yes, exactly. This is super late.
Or
we're early for next week.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's a bright side of it. We're early for next week too. So
yeah, well, there you go. There we go,
yeah.
Man. It does feel like a long time since we sat down for this. It
has been. It has been. And it was like like last week, it was just thank you to you. I mean, that was short notice of that. I apologize to you. Because we look forward to these things. And then it was like Tuesday got away from me and I look and I'm like, oh my God. And then it was like at I don't know, 3:15 my time. So I was like, all right, maybe I can do it. And then I was like, I'm stressing about it and I'm like doing it. And then when I finally texted you, it's like all that stress went away. I was like, all right, now I know I don't have to, I'm not doing it. And it was just like, but I still hated it. And then I'm like, and then I'm busy working and you're like, I'll just put it out here. And you're like, I'm the one that screwed up. And you're the one telling everybody, sorry, we can't make it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh man.
No, it was fine. Honestly, I mean, all right, the room was all set up and ready. Yeah. But to be fair, in all honesty, Deej, I had started, I think I had started a series that we may talk about later, the second season of a series we may talk about later. And so when you did that, part of me was thinking, one, I'm really tired, so I don't necessarily mind the earlier night. And two, maybe I can squeeze in a couple of episodes of this particular second season. So, I spent the time wisely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had those occasions where all of a sudden, like, you're really looking forward to doing something, like my hockey leagues and stuff. You're looking forward to going. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to skate tonight. I can't wait to play. And then somebody calls and goes, game's canceled. You're like, yes.
I can wait.
Yeah, but like I can go to bed or I could just sit here and do nothing.
Actually, Deej, it's funny you should mention ice hockey and skating. One of my colleagues, his daughter has just gone off to university.
Okay.
And one of my colleagues is he is very accident prone. Okay. He got hit by an electric car. You didn't hear it coming and just stepped out into the road. He's always doing things to himself. Anyway, he happened to say to me the other day, I've injured myself. And I said, oh, funny you should say that. I know someone who injured himself playing ice hockey. And I showed him the photos of your unfortunate injury. Anyway, so I saw him earlier today. And he said, Steve, you know that my daughter's gone off to university? I said, yeah. And he said, you showed me those pictures last week of DJ with the injuries? Said, yeah. He said, guess what sport she's taken up this week?
Come on.
Ice hockey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you tell him I've been playing for like my whole life?
Oh, yeah.
I'm 55 years old. And it's like I've had like a handful of injuries like that in all of my years. It's like, you hear about the bad ones,
Yeah.
And, there are some bad ones. And there's some bad ones, especially for goalies.
To show you how bad we were, and metal goals. But they just leap out at you. But to show you to show you how lame we are on this side of the Atlantic when it comes to ice hockey, he was saying to me that because she can skate, she's done figure skating and stuff since she was pretty young. Yeah. Well, she was told by the guy that runs it that she is already ahead of 70% of the people applying who had never skated and had decided to do ice hockey.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's funny. When Joe went to college, he was picking where he wanted to go to school, and he was looking for a program that, like a hockey program, he would be able to go into. So the school he went to is University of New Haven down in Connecticut, and they had a club hockey program, really good club hockey program. And he's like, all right, I'll do that. Well, I think like the second year they introduced like a girls club hockey program. And like a few of the girls that have grown up and played hockey were, starting it. As a matter of fact, his future wife in a couple of weeks, he grew up playing with her. she played all grown up. But these girls are like, oh, we want to have a club program. And these girls came out that never played hockey before, never skated. And they're like, yeah, we want to be on the team. Which way do you hold the stick? And you're like, oh. And it's like, I mean, to be fair, when I played in college, I played on a club team in college, and we started one club team at my school, Dean, and we had some kids come out, and there was like one kid came out with figure skates, and we're like, you can't wear those. You can't, you'll break your foot. It's like, there's no protection. You can't wear, never mind the skate itself with the toe pick and everything. It's like over the blue line. But yeah, some people are just like, no, this ain't it. It's like, and he's like, no, I'll be fine. Okay. You let him out there. Like, no, it's not the same. You can't keep up. It's like, we're not doing twirls. It's like, well, some of us are, but it's because we've been hit. But yeah. So as a matter of fact, I just went back last week. Just went back to hockey last week.
Okay. How was it? All right.
Good. Yeah, I was surprised. It was nerve-wracking. It was a really nervous day. That was Thursday. And all day long, my upset stomach. I'm like, you just get the butterflies, you're jittery. It's like, I haven't skated like serious since the injury. I went back once and I didn't even play that full game. No, I did play the full game and I never went back after that. But yeah, it's like, everybody's like, what are you nervous for? Like, I'm like, it's not like any other sport that you go back to where it's like, you know, rugby. Yeah, you're going to get hit, but you know how to run. You've never like not put on a pair of sneakers and been like, am I going to fall when I try to run? No, you know, so it's a completely different, like, you go out onto that ice and like I step out onto the ice and the benches are on the other side and you're skating over there and everything in your head having not skated. Now I've been skating my whole life. I've had my kids on my arms. I can hold I mean, it's like walking to me. So it's not a big deal, but you still have that doubt. And then just getting to the other side and you go to stop and you're like, am I going to catch an edge and just go? It's like, which you do. I mean, I do it. I've done it, but it's like, oh, just nerve. But then once you're out on the ice, it's like walking in the rink, smelling the rink. Oh, it's so great.
Good. Yeah. Well, fair play. I'm glad you're back doing it. I mean, I would say,
and no injuries.
I would say, talking to rugby, you know, someone who broke his tib and his fib and twisted them around each other on a rugby pitch, which is what I did. It is still pretty unpleasant. But, you know, and of course, you don't wear pads in rugby at all. It's full contact and there are no pads. So you really do, when you get hit, you get hit.
I don't wear any upper pads. I wear elbow pads and that's it. Because if you go down, you want your elbows, but no shoulder pads. I wear the hockey pants. I wear the shin guards, but that's it. And a cup, of course. But I have one game. Oh my God. That was in college. You go out, it was a game, and you get all dressed up and you're ready. The crowd's there, blah, blah, blah. You go out onto the ice, and I go onto the ice. I skate over to the bench, and you like stop with the outside foot, and you go to throw your leg over the bench, and you throw your leg over the bench. Go, forgot something, coach.
I'll be right. I forgot something, coach.
Yeah, and that's not an easy thing because it's like the first thing you put on before you put everything else. You can't just throw that on. So I had to go in and grab it and like tuck it into my shorts. It was like the whole game, the thing's like all over the place. I'm like, that was not good. So but,
I was going to say that's nuts, but
it's like, it was.
But I'll keep you up to date with how his daughter gets on.
Yeah.
What he said, I when she said about that, and after I'd seen those injuries, he said I was a bit concerned.
Yeah.
But we'll see how we go. I dread to think what the quality of it is.
You can't go through life like that, and it's like it's do what makes you happy, have fun, and it's like I've always said that, like mountain biking, hockey, any of those things. If something happens to me, I'll live with it or die with it or whatever it is. It's funny. I heard Rob H say that like a few months ago, and he's like, when you're younger, you say that like, if I die doing this, I'm good. I die doing what I love, right? And he goes, you get to a certain age, and he's right. And he goes, now you're not worried about dying. You're like, what if I get like seriously maimed? It's like dying would have been better. And now you're like, this isn't what I had in mind, but so it's the risks.
Yeah, it's the impetuousness of youth.
Yeah. And I'm holding on to that at 55. Paul's asking in the chat. He said, "Did the symptoms from your injury eventually settle down then?" And other than my speaking, yeah, Paul, yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's actually I've been good to play for about since what I think, Steve, like beginning of August, but the league,
that's what we last talked about it.
It was so the symptoms have been gone pretty much since the beginning of August, I think, but the league that I'm in the summertime, they literally started their playoffs when I was starting to feel like I could come back, and that's a really high caliber league, and I didn't want to go right back to that, so I started back in the league I'm in right now, which is a lower tier league, and then I'll start. So this week I got one more game in that league, and then next week I'll go back to the higher end league, and then I'm back to twice a week. So, but yeah, I've been ready to go since then, and so here we are.
Well, then we get touched. Knock on wood, as you say. Knock wood, whatever it is.
Knock wood.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Tap the sticks. Whatever.
Don't do that. Don't hit that, Deej. Don't hit that. You'll
no,
get it. No.
Why? There's nothing up there, anyways. Just a marble going. If you listen close, you can hear the squirrel on the wheel.
It's a living.
It's a living. Do we want to do this thing ahead of time or?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, because it's not theater related. Let's get it out of the way now, and hope everyone's got a strong stomach.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. For those of you with a weak constitution,
look away.
Please look away. The items on the screen may be disturbing to some.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning, whatever you want to call it. But
yeah, so let's set the scene before we put it up then. So what was it, about 3-4 weeks ago now, out of the blue, one Sunday afternoon, John sent us a text, both of us in our text group, of chicken fried bacon. And it was clear from his text, I think, that he did not like the look of it at all and was like, this is horrible, and no one on earth should subject themselves to chicken fried bacon. So I tweeted it out. There was a little bit of a furore, and I think we disagreed about whether we'd want that or not. I thought it was awful, and you were like, looks good to me, let me at it.
Yeah.
And I think, in fairness, more people seem quite on your side of the fence than mine. So
with
then,
that one.
Yeah. So then not weekend gone, weekend before, John had a follow-up. And the follow-up is, do you want to pop that picture up? Those who follow me on Twitter will know. We now have chocolate covered bacon. And just in case anyone wondering, that's white chocolate and milk chocolate.
Yeah, that's just what that needed, is a dribble of white chocolate. For the audio only people, use your imaginations. Nailing it.
It's every bit as bad as you think.
Yeah, yes. Exactly. You're probably gonna see it go, I didn't even imagine it that bad.
Well, John, unlike the last one, actually said he really enjoyed this. He liked it. I think that's John's hands that he's taken that photo from.
Yeah.
But I was appalled immediately, and I put that up on Twitter as well. And in this case, everyone, I think, was like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah.
And no. And we are in agreement on this, I think.
Yeah, I was right. Well, because that's what I said when we were talking about the chicken fried bacon. I was like, you like chicken? It dipped in its grease. It's chicken grease, and it's crispy, delicious, greasy bacon dipped in grease. You can't go wrong. And I said, it's not like we're putting in an ice cream sundae. And then John comes up with this. It's an ice cream. Like, the only thing missing is the ice cream. It's like, no.
I
don't want my bacon.
Actually, looking at that picture now, towards the bottom, is that melting? Is that melting on the bottom of his finger there?
It probably isn't melting. It's probably like when you put it, you dip it in and you put it down on the wax paper, and that little bit of drip just dried like that. I'm sure.
Yeah. Man.
I don't know. Steve had a long exposure on us. What do you say?
Steve At's a man after my own heart.
Yeah.
Bacon wrapped in bacon.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no, but he then says he's good with chocolate covered. No, Steve, no. Steve, no.
Yeah. He might be saying, I'm good with that. No, I'm good. You know what I mean? Maybe. Fine. But yeah, I'm like, nope, I'm good with that. I'm good. Nope, okay. Keep it away. Maybe he's saying, that's how I would be taking it. Cause I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, it is wrong on so many levels there, Rachel. You're right.
Paul Hurt says, isn't bacon wrapped in bacon called bacon?
Bacon. Yeah, that's That reminds me of the conversation from Big Bang Theory when it's like, so if Batman is a man dressed as a bat, what is Man-Bat if Man-Bat is a Batman dressed as if he dresses as a bat, is he Batman ban? And they're like, no, that's just and it's so funny. They go off on it and then they go, does that answer your question, Sheldon? And he goes, I haven't even asked the question yet.
Talking of Big Bang Theory, just getting into season 3. Yeah, it's really
season
really
3.
Good.
What episode are you on?
Towards the beginning. They've really just embraced the comic book store.
So you just did the episode. You did the last episode of 2 when they went to the North Pole.
Oh yeah. We were well after
and
that
they
now.
come back in season 3, and one of my favorite lines in all of the show is when he goes, oh, I'm gonna go tell Penny I'm back, and he goes across. Right. I love watching those 2 episodes back to back too, because I love the when he's like, what is this? He's like, yeah, it was like a 5-second hug. And she's like, no, it wasn't. And then they close the door and she's like, it means I wish you weren't going. I thought I love that line. But when he goes back and she grabs him and gives him this huge kiss, then they flash over to the other door and Howard and Raj are sitting there, and Howard goes, I should have gone over there. Yes, and Raj goes, yeah, it was first come, first serve. It's like one of his best lines in the entire series, because he's always the screws up everything. He screws up his relationships and stuff, but that's like one of the best lines he has in the entire series. It's so good.
We've just finished the kite fighting episode, I think it is.
Oh my God.
On that one, which was great as well.
When Howard chased after the girl.
yeah, you're a terrible friend.
Yeah.
It's really good. It really is good. We're having a great time going through it. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So, it's great. Really good series. Not that you already know that, of course.
Wait till you get to the later episodes in Bernadette. Howard's ends up being his wife, and she ends up working for a pharmaceutical company. And the stuff that they say in this that you couldn't say today, you watch it now. It's like they just bang stuff that's like literally on the whole world's consciousness right now. And they were saying this stuff back then. And you're like, was Chuck Lorre pointing a finger at something? Or it's like, it's serious. Like you hear it and go, and back then we just thought it was funny. And everybody knew it. The jokes, everybody's like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. But you're like, you see it now and you're like,
It's like, whoops. Well, we're going to keep going. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. It's very, very good. What is funny is how often as well you can see them just about to corpse. I mean, Sheldon too, who I think, he's played obviously by an actor who's very, very good, but you can just see the smile playing on the lips as he's trying not to laugh. And it's very, very fun. Yeah, no, loving it. Really
I've heard actors talking about how well he did, like actors outside of the show and stuff, saying like what the lines he had to deliver at times because of the complexity of being a genius and the things that he had to say and everything. It's amazing. And, he really did steal the show. It wasn't really supposed to go in that direction. And it gave the show a whole new dynamic. So yeah, I could talk that. Me and John Thompson could talk that show and we literally have for hours and hours, the two of us.
Yeah. Well, I can see why. It's really good fun.
It's so anyway,
yes. So the people that say again in the chat. So Paul's saying he's hungry now. We've made him hungry. Whoops.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna get that down there. So
Rachel says I'm feeling nauseous.
Yeah, there we go. We'll pull that down. Sorry, I forgot all about that. Like, sorry, everybody, look away, and we leave it up. We should put it in the bottom corner for the rest of the show. Let's see who the real fans are.
Yeah, replace the Bright Side Home Theater sign.
They took a week off and they come back with that. Oh, this show's gone into the dumper.
All right. Well, should we start the show?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it without ending the show. So I think this is the way
we are Brightside Home Theater.
Hey, home theater nerds, welcome to the Bright Side Home Theater Podcast, the multi-award theater home theater podcast. It's all about the experiences, the sights,
the sounds,
the multi-award winning scenes.
Yeah, we're not letting that one go.
No, hell no. And why should we?
Exactly. Who did I
Oh,
into?
righty.
I think it was at Cedia. I ran into somebody that was busting me on that. Oh, it's the multi-award winning podcast host.
Well, you know, we've got to get our breaks where we can.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
Man. All right. Well, let me say hi to everyone in the chat then. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because we've got a bumper selection of things to go through.
Yeah.
So Mikey was first in
for this week.
Yeah. He does say same chat thread from last week.
Yeah, it should be.
So maybe he's been here all along. Maybe he didn't leave.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to be first for next week.
Mm-hmm.
So Mikey's in, Steve Att's in, as we've said. Dom's in, saying he's had a difficult day at work, but it'll be quite cool to relax watching the show.
Yeah, that was nice to see.
Hey, Dom, man, I get it, Dom. It's been a troubling few weeks. I know it's not a competition, but it's been a troubling few days for me as well. So we're all going to be in our safe space, relaxing together. That's the way to be. One of the very cool things about this show and this hobby.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's like, I'll let you get through the chat and then I'll comment on it.
Oh, yeah. So Vibe Home Meeting's in saying, good day. Long time no see. All right, Vibe, come on. Let's keep it friendly. And Jordan's in. Hey, Jordan, who had to buy a new 4K player today because his other one stopped working. Did quite well to find one that you can buy. So well done, Jordan. Paul Hertz in. Hey, Paul. Then Dom's back commenting there. Rach is in. Hey, Rach. We've got and Rach is in sunny Cornwall, so south of England. Very, very pleasant. And with the weather this week, it's not bad at all. Johnny Speaker's in. Hey, Johnny. How you doing, buddy? Ariel Alanis dropped in via X. Hey, Bird. Bill McAllister's in. Hey, Bill. And I thought I saw. Oh, yeah, Jan's in. Hey, Jan. How you doing? Dan Carpenter's in. Hey, buddy. Holger's in. Yeah, hey, Holger. Beth's in. Hey, Beth. Good to see you.
Oh, Beth's going. I'm still way behind here. There we go. Hey, Beth. Hey, Holger.
Blind guy with, I think, the comment of the night so far. Blind guy says, I can't see the chocolate-covered bacon, so I'd give it a try. I mean, in this respect, you're a lucky man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know, because, there's some things that should be seen and warned.
And warned off of.
First impressions are pretty important. So, oh boy.
Well, there we go. So everyone's present and correct. And so Jordan did well to find a 4K player that you can buy on the high street.
Oh, nice.
So fair play to Jordan.
I wonder. What did he get? Did he say? Did he
Sony one. He sent me a picture of it.
Sony.
He sent me a picture. Yeah. And said, interestingly, he thinks actually it's probably a better picture quality than the one he had before. So and it was only a couple of £100, $260, something like that. So quite good.
Nice.
We hear all this talk about, you can't get them anymore. They're not being made anymore. They're all going away. And yet you manage to find one in a high street retailer. So that's at least encouraging. Good to know. For those of us that are still using discs, Deej.
Yeah, hold on to your player. It's like I saw my, Panasonic 820, just connected it. Let me actually see. I did these pictures earlier, but did I get a picture the other day? Let me see if I can drop that in. Whoop.
Just whilst you're looking for that. So John Durante's in as well. Hey, John. Good to see you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for stopping by. All right. I can see some green hair.
Oh geez, that's a screen grab. That's not it. That's not it.
Please tell me that's not the hairstyle that you were showing to your barber and said, I'll have this, please.
No, we'll keep that one off the air. That was actually, we'll keep that one off the air. That's you can see it, right?
I can see it. Yeah.
Should kill me.
She-Hulk.
That's a funny one. Let's see. Where's share screen? Oh, see, I'm
It's not been that long. Come on, Deej.
no, actually, I shrunk the screen down so it's down
Oh,
at the
cool.
bottom
Oh,
there.
okay.
So
Fair enough.
boom. All right, there's that one. And then let's see, can I do two at once?
I don't know if I let you do side by side.
I can't do two at once. So here we go. Boom. There it is. So a new theater component rack.
Nice.
Yeah, I tweeted out the box of it. Remember? I don't know if you saw that a while ago.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes.
So
Nice.
yeah, that's what it looks like with the door closed. Really nice. And there it is. I just put this all together. I finished it yesterday. These pictures are from yesterday. This is sitting right next to me here. But yeah, really nice setup. It's I put this in the middle here. The middle piece, I put a little drawer in, two bay drawer. I got the Cloudscape. I got a Panasonic in there. I got two. These, you can see the trip light. Those are the battery backups in there. I got those for remember back when we went to Joe and Greg went to that theater and stripped the place out of like chairs and everything. So I got the chairs at the house. And we grabbed these and we're trying to grab a rack, but they wouldn't let us take a rack. But I grabbed two of these and they gave them to me for like $20 a piece. And I went to plug them in and use them, but they'd been sitting around so long, the batteries not go bad, but once you unplug it for a long period of time, they won't charge again. So $45 for the kit it's 4 batteries to put in it. So I bought 2 of those and now I got two of them you can see in the rack there, trip light, the real nice one. So
and what's in the drawer? Is that for warming hot dog buns?
Yes, exactly. I've got
just
them cooking right here. Yeah, exactly. Hot dog bun on one side and hot dogs on the other.
Yeah, and chocolate covered bacon.
Yeah, exactly. But
we talk about kind of, anyone can have a theater, whatever you've got, that's your theater, that's what you've got. But I've got to say, things, you can't beat a home theater rack.
No.
I mean, it's just so cool.
I've never had one. I built mine, the one that I had in my other theater. I've never had one, like a real one like this. And it's, the one I built, like when I built my theater back in 2001, I had the closet and I couldn't afford a rack like this. So I was like, I built it out of wood and then I used black foam board and like pinned it in to make it look like this from the outside. I put little screws in it to make it look like it was screwed in, everything. But if you went to the back side, it was all 2x4s and shelves built for all my equipment, right? So it was dumb, but I wanted it. I wanted the look. So when you open the closet door, that's all you saw, right? And then Joe and I built the rack that I still have. It's at the new house. But that's too big for in here. But this one, I was like, all right. And like, this one here is only about like 5 feet tall. And yeah, I was like, this is like the doors open. It locks from the front, locks in the back. It has the side access and everything. So you can, oh man. Yeah. I love it.
It is cool.
I love it.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said that to this day, we're looking at 8 years since I had the cinema room done, and I still get a bit of a kick every time I go into the equipment room and you unlock it and open it up and all the lights are on there. It's just cool.
Yeah. Trust me, I want to do like the the Harmony light, the Hue lights on the inside, on the back. You can do them on the backside so it lights up the rack and everything. It's like I love this line. Here you go. Hey, Vibe. Yeah, eyes are up here. My eyes are up here, buddy. Eyes are up here. Come on. So
they are cool. There's something very cool about your home theater racking. Yeah. I mean, I hadn't had one either. Prior to the one I've got now, I had an Atacama, glass rack in the old cinema room in the previous house.
Yeah, it's like a shelf.
Shelves. Exactly that. Yeah. But so to have it in a cabinet and all looking, it's great. It's
professional and everything. And on the backside, I have my my network, 24 network. It's mounted on the backside of it, so everything's plugged in. You're on one. And it's on wheels, so I could slide it out to the middle of the room, pull everything apart, and I was like, and now like I said, like I couldn't afford something like this, right? So I can't afford this now. But I was literally going back and forth. I'm looking online and I'm looking for everything. I was like, what? I'm like, I don't know. And when these things have to be strong for our gear, because you put like, even those batteries, those trip lights they're pretty heavy and you're only screwing it into the front. So if that isn't strong enough, it could bend and warp it. So I don't know what I'm getting online when I'm looking at stuff. So I'd come back from Cedia and I was like going back and forth with Rob from Next Level Acoustics about scheduling. And I'm like, all right, let's go. Tomorrow I'll be there. And he goes, oh, sorry, he pulled his theater apart. So I'm like, now I can make it. And you took your theater apart. And he sends me some pictures of it. And he sends me that. And I asked him, I go, where can I get a cabinet around here that I can actually go and see one? Tell me where I can get one, because I'm looking online. And he's like, this is on a Friday 2 weeks ago. And when I sent the box, I'm up in Acton, which is an hour from where I live here. I'm way up in Acton. And he goes, let me give you Lee's number, his business partner with now Next Level, right? He goes, let me give you, he has a home theater install company too. And he goes, let me give you his number. So I call and he was like, Lee, I met you at CDA. He didn't remember, he remembered me, but he didn't remember me. He's like, I'm like, oh, I'm the podcast guy. He goes, oh, Brightside Home Theater podcast. He's like, he thought I was another installer. I go, I'm looking for a rack. And I'm like, where? And he goes, here, I just gave it. Let me calls the warehouse. He goes, go up there. He's like, I PayPal'd him. I just go up there. They throw it in my truck. Boom. And come home and I got it at their cost. I was like, thank you. It was 20 minutes from Acton. So I was like, I'm already up there. And he goes, just go here. I was like, whoop, picked it up. I'm like driving home. Like, I got a rack. I was like, I've never owned one in my life. Guess what I did that night? It was like till 10 o'clock, taking everything apart, moving it, because I had to redo all the speaker wire because I had it at the front of the room, but now this has to go at the back of the room. But yeah, I was like,
they are cool. There's no getting away from it. They are cool. It is. Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, it can be a pain in the backside if you don't have it on wheels, which my one isn't. So when you try, and it's in a very tight space. So you're trying to get to the side of it. I mean, the sides all come off. But you're trying to do that and get around the side. I mean, that is meant for thinner people than me. But they are still cool though. It just sets it off. In a very cool way.
And walking around Cedia, they have them on display, plus everything they're displaying, whether it's the company or not, whether it's a rack company or the equipment that goes in it, they all want it to look that cool. So everywhere you're like, it's like turning head. Oh, there's another system. And then I didn't even get a chance to tell you about when I went to Brett's the night before, the Wednesday night offsite one. And that was all different rooms, and every room you went in, nice, beautiful racks, beautiful system. So we got to do that one too. I got to talk about that sometime soon.
Nice.
But yeah,
well, there's so we've got some people saying, so Steve At says my HD cabinet is now in my boiler room workshop. Nothing to see anymore. So I don't know whether he means that's network or something. So it's it runs throughout the house.
Yeah,
I mean, if you can.
Typically this would be outside the room. Like I mean, if this wasn't here, it's like in my old theater, it was outside the room. My new theater, it'll be outside the room. There'll probably be two of them I'll have the actual equipment room for it. Yeah. But even that is like, here we go, let's go in here. And you're like, it's like, oh God, it is. It's so cool.
And then Dan says, mine's in the office in the basement. Yeah. I mean, I said mine's in the equipment room at the back. I mean, like I said, but I do like to see it. It is cool. But I wouldn't want it in the room. This is why it's just very cool to be able to have it outside. So they're awesome. Very, very cool indeed.
Yeah, I don't have a projector in here in this room anymore, but now I have this in the room. So that's taking the sound. My projector would have the fan noise. Well, now I have this as the fan noise, but it's been running pretty good. Oh, you know what else I noticed? This is home theater related. So we always talk about reference level, right? And like, I can't listen at reference level. I can't do this at reference level. It's too loud. It's too this. And when I built this room, I was afraid I was going to like rock the house like I did in my old house. And it's like it would shake the whole house to like the second floor. And I'm wondering, and they're all like, yeah, we can hear it, but it's not bad. It's not like it was at the other house. And it's been bugging me. I'm like, how? Because it's like, it sounds good. I'm back. I'm like flat out reference level. I've tuned the bass. And we'll talk about that next week because I got an upgrade there too, but we'll get to that next week. I've tuned everything and I'm like, what is it? And then can you guess why?
No detail. Why is that?
Look how far away I am.
Okay.
The closer you are to the speakers to get reference level, I'm like, what, 6-7 feet away from these speakers? So they don't have to play that loud for me and when you're setting it up with Odyssey or whatever, the microphone's right there. So it's like to get to reference level, it doesn't have to rock the house to do it.
Yeah.
So like if you're trying to, I always wondered like, how do you do these apartment ones in these little rooms and stuff? And it's like, yeah, if I want to go hot on the bass or something or actually vibrate the floor, but I did some bass sweeps and stuff with the Trinov thing that John Brock talked about, and I threw up on the Kaleidoscape, and I'm like, I came out and I was like, was that bad? And they're like, no. I was like, I'm like, cool, but yeah, and it's like, that's the difference. It's like a smaller theater like that can actually make a big difference in this has a lot of curtains and stuff, so there's some decent amount of room treatment so far. There will be more, but yeah, I was surprised. So yeah,
it's good. Yeah.
Carpet theater is similar. Yeah. So that's Greg. He's got his basement carpet there. And it's like, yeah. And the closer you are to all those speakers, you're still getting the experience, but it's not like killing the rest of the house. So yeah, it's pretty
good.
Cool.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. Carpet theater. Is he finding himself sort of walking on the walls?
It could be. It's literal carpet. Yeah. And one last thing before we get to some experiences here is like, here we go.
Yeah.
Did I send this to you already?
Yeah.
I told you about it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Joe, isn't it?
Yeah. So Joe was for work. He was out in California, and he sent me this picture. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know he was out there. He's like, Dad, look. He goes, it's the Nakatomi building. So they were driving by, and he's like, got the picture of it. So that was pretty cool. It's like
Century City.
Yep. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So all right.
Tell me he went out to the coast and had a few laughs.
He did. Yeah. All right.
Because that's the Fox building, isn't it? I don't know whether they're still based there or not. I mean, bear in mind that was 88, and I mean, I don't know whether they are still there. I mean, that's why they used the building, because it was like, well, we can just use our own building. We don't have all this other stuff. Yeah, it was a Fox. It's a Fox building, but I don't know whether it still is. And I know it's in Century City because when we were in LA, we went to see it, and that's where it was. And so when he talks in the movie about Century City, that's literally where it is. But yeah, they were able to save some money by using their own building.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, John saying in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, John saying in the chat, I used to deliver mail to the Fox building when I worked there. I would always chuckle to myself. Did it have that lobby?
Yeah, no.
No.
Little push button. Always ask for Holly Gennaro every time you went in.
Yeah.
They're like, yes, we haven't heard that since that guy over there. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Or Holly McLean. Yeah.
Yeah. When he says, Gennaro, just go, geez.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, man. Yeah,
cool.
Fair play.
All right.
Okay.
What do we got, Steve? You're like chomping at the bit here. You've got, all right, we can drop this one here. Oh, can we open with that one? Let me
which one? Take your pick. Which one are we talking?
Yeah, let me remove this, and I'm gonna pull this one here because I saw, I think this is it. 45. There we go. You see it?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
all right. You ready for this one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I saw the trailer for this one, and I was like, huh?
It's not the same as seeing the film, you can't, No,
I know. And if you really don't like the trailer, do not start to watch the movie.
Hey.
Kind of the idea of the trailer is to give you an idea of what you're in for. And if you find you don't like what you're in for, don't go in. But okay, everybody to each his own, Next thing you know, you're gonna try chocolate covered bacon.
Hey, John said that I saved him 90 odd minutes.
Yeah. could have done that with just the trailer. It's like,
true. Gonna save myself 90 minutes.
there we go. All right.
Okay, so
Tell me all about it.
Okay, so this then is The Long Walk, which is a Stephen King adaptation, which has hit, well, September 12th, it says there. I don't know if that hit the same day here, but I saw this last Thursday. I had an afternoon off, so it's a rarity. And so having had this unexpected afternoon off, I thought, you know what, I want to really go and see this. Now tell me, Deej, because again, funny enough, I was talking to the same colleague I mentioned earlier about the ice skating today about this, because he had read the Richard Bachman short story, the novella. Okay. Now, at the time of this, I don't know, were you a King fan back in the days when he was writing as Richard Bachman and he did The Running Man and he did like the series of short stories? Were you reading King then?
Yes, I tried. Some of his stuff was, his writing to me got a little convoluted. Like I liked, like when he was like King, I read Pet Sematary. I read some of his other short stories, like The Langolier. The Langoliers? Yeah, I love that. And there's a few other ones, you'd have to name them. But I tried to read some of his other stuff, and like some stuff hit and some stuff didn't. I'd be like, 30 pages in and be like, it just didn't grab me. It's like it got too descriptive about stuff in directions that I didn't like, and it was weird. But yeah, it's like this one I never knew about.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, because I was devouring everything Stephen King and Richard Bachman around the time that these were coming out, and yet I don't remember reading this. I must admit I missed it. And my colleague was saying that he wants to see this because he'd read the book, or the novella, as I say. I mean, and I love. I mean, The Stand, It. I just devoured those books, read them many times. Anyway, so this one though I hadn't read, so I knew the story because it's literally in the title. That is all it is. This is a set in an alternate future, although one wonders how alternate it'll be, depending on how we're going, where there is a show where people volunteer, and I'll say volunteer in air quotes because they kind of don't, and people volunteer to essentially walk. And the idea is you have to keep 3 miles an hour. If you go below that, you get a warning. Go below that, you get a second warning. Third warning is, well, you'll shuffle off this mortal coil.
Not even shuffle. It's just
quite. Yeah,
like a cross between like Speed and Squid Games.
Yeah, well, but not so much speed. More like slow and speed.
Slow. Like
they start off walking, and we meet our band of people who are strangers. And the rules are simple: you keep walking until there's one person left, and that person then wins. And quote, an unimaginable amount of money. Now, is that even possible? Because if you can imagine it, then it's not unimaginable.
That's a Han Solo right there. I don't know. I can imagine an awful lot.
Quite a bit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so you win that, and then you win a wish. You get one wish. And that's it. That's the premise. That's it. It's literally, we're going to walk, and then whoever lives at the end is the one who wins the prize, and that's what happens. So a very simple premise, and one that I think when I went into it, I wasn't sure if it could sustain a movie, because that's very sort of quick. And if you stick to the rules of this story, then really, how do you get tension? How do these characters interact? Because the idea is they're all going to die apart from one, you would think. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, don't make friends.
No. Well, this is it. This is the thing. So you're like, well, kind of, how does it go? But I have to say, the story is really good, and the movie is very good indeed. I really enjoyed this for a B movie, which is what it is. It's not got any delusions of grandeur. This is it really is a B movie. Well, you go from A to B, I suppose. And yet it's really good. Now I will say it is graphic as all hell. So if you don't like gory movies,
I thought the trailer was graphic for a trailer.
Yeah. I mean, the people, you will see what a bullet can do when it goes in one side of someone's head and out the other. And it shows you it in very, very clear detail. So it's very gory. It does show, unfortunately, people's bodily functions being exercised because they are walking and they can't stop. So there's a bit of that, which is a bit unpleasant. So watch out for that as well.
We gotta get Rich Keefe back in.
Yeah.
Where he did the speed. Do you remember that one we did on the 2 years ago. I played the clip when he was on air. Speed walker crashed and crapped his pants.
There is some of that in this.
They got leakage in the ninth. Oh God, it was great.
So you'll see that in this, but it's really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I saw it in a decentish theater, nice comfy chairs again. The Atmos was pretty good. They walk through storms, obviously. Carl Ellsworth will love it. So you get the nice Atmos effects. You get there is, in fact, you can see it in that picture there. There is a fairly sizable gun, not just the M16 type weapons. There is a kind of a I don't know what you call it. Where's Carl when we need him? Not Ellsworth, other Carl. When we need to know the names of the various weapon systems. But there's a kind of a kind of semi-half tank thing, and there is an occasion where the gun is used, and that you get a nice bassy kind of bump, 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 bump. So that was kind of cool. So it's going to be great home theater. I will be buying this day one. I'm not sure necessarily how many times I would rewatch it, because it is quite a hard watch at times, but it is well worth seeing. And when it drops on Kaleidoscape, and from what I'm told, it's not going to be long because the digital version's coming soon. If it's
really?
Already out. Yeah. So it will not be long. And then, definitely give it a go. It's not a horror movie in the traditional sense. It's a thriller more than anything else. Well worth seeing. Yeah, I thought it was really good. And there are some eerie echoes of our current times that are not just hinted at, but outright told.
Man.
What may have been science fiction is quickly becoming science fact. But it's well worth seeing.
I just pulled up Kaleidoscape to see if it's up for pre-order. I'm looking for the pre-order. They don't have it up. Well, they have it. You just have to look for it. It's not up as like one of the premiere one. But I just did see. I looked earlier today, and Caught Stealing came out today. I don't know if you've heard anything about that with Austin Butler, Darren Aronofsky.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. But that came out today, and Downton Abbey came out today, grand finale. But then the one that literally just dropped probably in the last hour was 4K Dolby Vision Casper. 4K Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. It got upgraded too, and I can get $492 for the upgrade. Like, oh boy!
But then you have to watch the movie again.
I know. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
It hasn't aged well. I loved it back when it was.
I love it. I love it because it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like it's we're watching Casper, and here we go. Premium pre-order. Let me see. What do we got? Is it up here? Nope. Oh yeah, there it is.
Steve, the Amazon
$29.99. Yep. Dolby Vision. It doesn't say when. They never tell you when. You can buy it for pre-order. So whatever the digital is coming out, that's when we get them.
I had heard it's very soon. I don't think it's long at all, and I've got good reason to think that. Can't really say on air why, but
I did already buy One Battle After Another because I've heard some great things about that, and Leonardo DiCaprio and stuff. But so maybe
this is really good, really, really good.
Hopefully, maybe I'll take it in. I'm telling you, I wasn't impressed by the trailer. I was watching probably because like the trailer did a really good job of like at the beginning. I was like, oh, I had no idea what I even forgot it was Stephen King. Right. And it's and I'd heard about it before, but then literally forgot what I had heard. And then I'm watching this and I was like, oh, because I heard you say on the show, you're like, oh, I'm going to try to take you in the long walk. I'm like, okay, what's that about? So I run the trailer, and the beginning of the trailer is all well and good. And everybody's like, well, go for a walk. I go, what's this, like Forrest Gump? They're just like for a benefit. What is this?
Walk, Forrest, walk.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, is this like, a walk for cancer? What are we doing here? Is this, and then all of a sudden, like the tension changes and the music. I'm like, oh, bang. I was like, oh, no, I'm out. I'm like, no. Okay, I'll wait. It's like, this is not an uplifting film.
Oh no. There's no. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to pretend for 1 second, but the cast is very good. The guy that is in Alien Romulus, who played the synth in Alien Romulus. I can't think of his name now, but he's in this. He's got one of the main characters in this as well.
Okay.
The cast are all really good. There's no dodgy dialogue in this, and of course Mark Hamill's in it as well. He's the kind of the lead bad guy in it, really.
Yeah.
And so it really is good. So I do recommend it, and you're worth seeing. And again, see it with Jen if you've got your other seat by then, Deej, or just because I think again there's a conversation to be had about what would you do, how would you approach this? How is this
not enter?
Well, this is the thing, but then it becomes, did they volunteer or not?
Right.
It's a really interesting thing. There's a subtext going through this about the nature of control and free will and what is the nature of that, and also
how you can manipulate people, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you manipulate them into thinking it's their choice.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. There's a lot to this, and in a decent.
So it's a movie about marketing, really. It's just like if you market it right, you can sell anything.
Yeah, and should be sponsored by Nike, really.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Just do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, just do it. Oh well, it's like not a lot of resales though. Repeat customers.
Yes, yeah.
You get one free pair. That's it.
No, oh man. Jordan saying, isn't the other main actor in The Long Walk the son of Philip Seymour Hoffman? Yes, I think that is right. I'd read that somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I can't swear to it, but I'm sure I've read that somewhere as well. But yeah, it's really good. Wow. Really, really good. Well worth seeking out.
Cool. All right. All righty then. Let's see. There and then there and then remove and then all right. This one I will do my best to describe from weeks ago. I saw the first one and I couldn't wait to take in this Tron Legacy, which was from, what was that, 2010? Is that right?
Oh, was it that long ago? Wow, let me see.
Let me see. I think so.
Wow, is it really
right? Yep.
Long?
Yeah, 2010.
Wow.
Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So with Jeff Bridges, Olivia Wilde, which I knew I remember from the show House. So yeah. Excellent. I'd never seen this one. I'd never.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I had a blast with it. And the same as the first one. I thought this one here, you have the better upgrade, the technology has been upgraded that it's delivering to you, right? It's not as it's not as wonky.
It's clunky.
Yeah, exactly. It's, they can actually do some good special effects and stuff as opposed to the first one. But I'm telling you, don't sleep on that first one, the Dolby Vision and Atmos and everything, because it comes out really nice. And even though it is that, I think it ages well because it shows you almost like it gives you that that feel of like, look, back in the 70s and 80s where like you'd have 256 megabyte computer and you were like, this thing is powerful, and that's what you were running, right? 256 megabytes. Now you can't even get a picture of that size. It's like our phone, we're talking, if you don't have 250 gigs on your phone, it's useless. Right.
Oh, yeah.
So
you're
going from that technology up to 2010 and you have, so the story, the technology, the special effects of the movie, everything plays into it. And then when you get into, the home theater aspect of it, it's very much the same. It's like you've got very deep blacks, very bright brights, the neon, everything, the world that you're inside there. It's a lot of fun to watch this and see, like, we're going through all the stuff today with the AI and blah blah, and it's like this stuff has been talked about forever, and it's like it's been a fantasy story, it's been everything, and now we think it's coming to reality when in reality it's like, is it really, or was this what it's just what's been going on all along. So
switching aspect ratios,
I think it was, I do, and now that I remember,
because there was some of it shot in IMAX.
Yes,
and it moves between the ratios.
Yes, yep, yeah, it was. So at first I thought it was like when you were inside it changed, and then when you weren't, when you came into reality, it wasn't, but there were switching aspect ratios, and that was again with this display, it's not as prominent to me. It's like I was like, if I was in my theater, if I had my projector, I would have been like, switching aspect ratio. So I had to, but I was like, I'm enjoying, like, bang bang, I'll like let it go, and it makes a big difference. But yeah, that was 2010. But you had Nolan doing that in was it 08 in Dark Knight? Was Dark Knight in 08? Or was that Batman Begins? Here we go again.
No, but 2005, wasn't it? Batman Begins.
Okay, so 08 was definitely
2005 Batman Begins. Yeah, so Dark Knight
was Dark Knight, and he did it in that one. He had switching aspect ratios there. So yeah.
It's I'm looking forward to this. I mean, Jordan has mentioned it in the chat. There's, John was saying a few weeks back about the annoyance of steelbook releases, and that's it, and there's no choice in the US. Well, over here, what they've done with Tron the first one, and Tron Legacy is they've released them in steelbook here yesterday for £35 each. But on the 13th of October, the standard 4K versions are out, which will be £25 each. So Jordan's waiting, I'm waiting, and I'm going to pick them up on the 13th of October because you're saving £20, which is almost the price of another disc. So it's so that's irritating. And as Jordan says rightly in the chat, that means that we will pick them up after Tron Ares is released, which is a pain because it would have been quite good to have rewatched them and then see a new one, which is annoying. But I don't mind. I waited this long. I don't mind waiting, and then I'll go and see them after. I'll see Tron Ares after I watched these two. If I don't wait for home cinema anyway, which I might do.
Right. And it's that's the thing. You've waited this long. It's like you might as well wait a couple more weeks to save literally like another movie's price, So but it's definitely worth picking up. I don't have Atmos set up yet, but even the sound that I was getting, very enveloping, echoes, all of that stuff, pans, just like the first one, like I was saying. I wish I could remember some of the points that I had, but
lots of rain in Legacy, if I remember rightly, lots of rain effects and storms in the real world, and then into the thing like that.
And there's some really good the battle scene at the end, like where you have the choreography of like the sword fighting and the coming in, all that, full room engagement. A lot of, with the Atmos, these were all made before Atmos was quote invented, but it played really, really well. So really, I loved it. Really did. So
I'm certainly going to pick them up. I think Legacy's a bit of a strange, slightly inert movie. I mean, they kind of they shot it, I think, to kind of push the technology a little bit, and the story is kind of not quite had the same amount of time spent on it. But I do remember, the light cycle things will be great.
Yes,
I'm sure. The battle at the end. I mean, of course, I've got the 3D Blu-ray of this, and it'll be interesting to compare them. I mean, I maintain, because I'm 99% sure the 4K disc will be better than the 3D one, because again, just with the HDR and everything else, I mean, it's made for that. I am looking forward to it.
I just thinking of like what you were saying about the light cycles, that that upgrade is huge. It's and it's beautiful. The brights against the everything is meant to be high contrast, right? Because you have that such bright lines and then the dark background and everything. But then the other part of being in that reality now, and you have Jeff Bridges' character, and he goes down, and he does like almost like the Zeus thing, and he's a boom, that radiating through the roof was really, really cool. When he hits the and he makes the whole like the sound waves go out and stuff, and you're like, it's just, that one was really cool, and he did that a few times. It was these movies again. These I didn't, like I said, I hadn't seen this one, but they do have that depth to them, to the story of like, are we playing God here? Are we trying, like, he create this world and then he goes in it and he's the creator and he did this, and now you have him, her, and then his son, and you're like, Father, Son, Holy God. You got the Holy Trinity here. It's like, what are we doing? And it's like, and that, all that stuff went on in the Matrix too. Trinity, her name was Trinity, for God's sakes. It's like all of this stuff.
Yeah. This is where Legacy does suffer in comparison, I think, because, that was 99, we get the Matrix. And so we then get this. And I think there are echoes and parallels, and I mean, the Matrix is the Matrix.
Yeah, but the Matrix came after Tron. This is a sequel to the movie that came before the Matrix. So it's like, are they really, because there are parallels there. You're like, what are you doing here? You're on the inside. It's, you know, chicken and egg, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like it's this whole entire thing, like even with the AI and what people do with computers and what you can do in these worlds and stuff, and why people want to build these worlds. It's like, you're trying to play God in your way. It's like, I can create this, I can do this. And it's like, it's really interesting. And then how dangerous does that get? You know, and that's what they're trying to say here. And it's like, what do you got to give up? You can have it, but what do you got to give up to get it? And it's really cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
All in the guise of a home theater experience.
Well, yeah. I mean, I did know that these were pretty special because, again, our mole, who, you know, regular visitors will know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
But our mole at Disney, who had been telling us for a while that these were something special. Yeah. I've done a lot of work on these. I mean, you know, Disney have been kicking these out. You know, if you think of Tombstone and then Master and Commander, they've been on a bit of a roll this year. So I am very much looking forward to them, and I'll try and do them one after the other, you know, one night after another. Yeah, Hold you saying that in the chat, the 3D version of Tron Legacy is awesome. This was one of those ones that came out when 3D was kind of at its new heights. So they had shot this with 3D in mind, which again gets me excited for the 4K disc because, you know, it should be like looking through a window. So yeah, I'm looking forward.
It really is. Yeah, it really is. I had Meg here, and I showed her. It was like shortly after I watched Tron, and I brought her into the room and sat her down, and I'm like, just watch this push play demo, and she's like, oh my God, because it is. It's like the way the thing. It like you feel like you're on an amusement park ride, and that was the first one, and it's like they do the same thing in Legacy, so they're really, really good. And I'm really looking forward to Ares. I mean, the way the trailers for that are just all home theater demo. You're just like, oh my God.
Rumor has it we know someone who has worked on this and has been talking about Tron Ares for a while about how, you know, what the techniques they've used. So it should be very nice from what we've heard. So looking forward to it. But I'm going to watch those two again first. I'm quite happy to wait. I won't go opening weekend. I think it's this Friday, isn't it? Or is it next week?
I think it's next week. It's next week. Yeah, it's next week. I won't be able to see it opening weekend either because I'm away for Joe's wedding. So I'm hoping to see it when we get back because we come back on Sunday. So maybe Monday's a holiday here. I'm hoping to see it that day. But yeah, that looks really, really good. I'm like just really excited for it. So
I can't wait. Yeah, it'll be good. And it does look cool. So definitely.
Yep. All right. Let's see. What else do we got? What do you got here? What do you want to do?
Do you want to do a little kind of a quick canter through some Redfords?
Yeah. Let me put these.
What we've got. We can, and if we end with the one we both saw that we both got very excited about in terms of our little Redford trilogy that I've got.
You have a bunch. Is this one too? Is this one? Is that a
no? That's your favorite theater experience.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, yeah. So let me put these all into.
So if we do,
you've got three. I've got two. So let me see. Where's my? So if you want to go, and we'll end.
With the one that got us both very excited.
Oh, that's what. Well, I already said in the show. I was like, oh my God, that's the one I wanted right away. When we first were talking about them, and then the other one I did. So why don't you go?
Do you want to start with the older one?
Three. You want the oldest one here?
Yeah, so that's the one. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Let's do that.
Right, here we go. All right, so we'll just start like this, and we'll just go right through our Redford, our Redford trilogy. There we go. More than trilogy. Yeah. So here we go.
Okay, guys. So those will remember week before last, the news broke literally just before we came on air that we had lost Robert Redford, and an incredible shame, and a cinematic icon, and we all know him and love him, and he was great. And I thought, and as I mentioned on the show, I've got a number of Redford movies, and I just thought, well, I'll watch some this week and remind myself, as if I had forgotten, of just how good this guy really was. And so this one was a nice, easy watch. It wasn't the first one I went to, but it was the such an easy one. This is on Disney Plus, and those listening, this is Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, because of course it is, from 1969, 5 years before I was born. And this is a movie that I saw at school, and hadn't seen it since. So long time. And then when I got the X-Real One glasses, for whatever, I'm not quite sure why, the second movie I watched on them in its entirety was this. I watched on Disney Plus, put it on thing, and I watched them on a stormy day. I can't remember why. I was in the car. I had some time, and I watched the whole thing. I was going to watch the opening, and I watched the whole lot in the car, projected on the ceiling, on the roof, and it was awesome. So this is now watching it for then in the cinema room. Same Disney Plus version. It's in 1080p. It was PCM 5.1 was coming through on my receiver, but I think it's just Dolby Digital 5. True HD 5.1 is near as damn it.
Yeah.
The movies. This movie, the definition of the word classic. I mean, there's no getting away from it. There's a lot of fun to be had in this. I mean, Newman and Redford were an incredible on-screen double act, and they're never better than in this. And it's still such a good film. I mean, there's some interesting stuff in it, though. I mean, have you seen it recently, Deej, or would you know it well enough to know it, or not seen it for a while?
I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember it. And I haven't. I can't remember the last time I did see it. It's been a while.
I
loved it.
I mean, it's so good. I mean, watching it again, only a few months after I watched it last time. I mean, it was such an easy watch. But there's a bit in this where there is an explosion in a train carriage, and the sort of thing you just never do in this day and age, where it seems to me, I mean, there's no way it was Redford and Paul Newman that did this. There's no way. There is not a chance that they did it. But so you've got their stand-in stunt doubles in the foreground, and they just blow up a train carriage. And when I say they blow it up, they properly destroy it. And as they do it, the two stuntmen are staring right at it.
Yeah.
And it explodes. I mean, how it didn't blind them and or kill them, I do not know. When you see it, you're like...
Yeah. You know what that reminds me of, though? And it's kind of the same thing. It was 20 years later, or less than 20 years later, actually. Lethal Weapon. The only time in that movie, and I remember this like yesterday, the first time I saw Lethal Weapon, I'm like, what are they doing? You got Riggs and Murtaugh getting out of the car. They both got glasses on, not sunglasses or anything, glasses, these heavy coats. I'm like, it's the only time in the movie in all of Lethal Weapons that any of them are wearing glasses.
Yeah.
And I was like, something's going to happen here. And the whole house, and they literally had these actors walking to a house that was about to explode. And you're like, you gave it all away there. It's like, you had that. Why did they have to prep? Like, we're not sure when this is going to go off. So you might want to dress them appropriately. It was like, what? There was almost like no reason for that, like, it's like they go up to Richard Donner and be like, yeah, we set it up, but we're not sure when it's going to blow up. So just everybody be ready for anything. It's like, okay, so and Mel Gibson was like one of like the best looking men alive at the time. And you got him in these big glasses. Gonna go see Dixie. Like boom, the house blows up.
You're gonna bust Dixie. You get that with this, but it really does look like they're stood next to it when this thing just goes bang. I mean, Paul's got it there. You reckon you used enough dynamite there, Butch? That's exactly it. I mean, you never get away with it now. I mean, honestly, it looks as though they just tried to kill two people.
Yeah.
Exactly. But anyway, so great film, really good, and obviously an all-time classic finale. Again, Thelma and Louise from 1969. So now there'd been lots of talk over the years that I've heard about the video quality of this movie, that it was shot in weird ways and in strange ways. And and there'd been a lot of controversy apparently about a Blu-ray or a DVD release. I've never owned the movie, never. And so I, over the years, thought, well, it's really troublesome and fine. But I think this transfer is very, very serviceable. For a free transfer that you get on Disney Plus, I didn't have a big problem with it. I mean, the audio is all in the front of the room. Even Neural X can't help this, or Dolby Surround. It's all very, very front focused, but that's just where it's supposed to be. I thought it was great. Really, really enjoyed it. I mean, they're saying in the chat, if someone releases a 4K version of this, I'll pick it up tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
it'll be fantastic. Yeah, it's absolutely awesome.
It really should be. I mean, you have all these other movies being done, and there's no reason this shouldn't be as well. It's like it is. I remember the first time I saw this, and it was like when you saw Rocky for the first time. You're like, he lost at the end. I didn't like what? Yeah. And then you see this, and you're like, yeah, I've heard great things about this. And like, obviously, I didn't see it in theaters. It was a year before I was born, and it's like by the time I see it, sometime in the '80s, and I'm like, all right, I'll sit there. I'm like, wait, what?
Is that why there's no sequel?
Yeah, I was like, oh boy, it's like too bad.
Yeah, but so good. Yeah. And if you haven't seen it for a while and you've got Disney Plus and you haven't canceled Disney Plus, then or you've just re-signed in, it's well worth seeing. I think it's such a good film. And again, the definition of the word classic. That's awesome. So this was a pleasure. So this was my first of my Redford 3.
All right. Here is again, like you, not my first, but the first that we'll present is as I said, the Natural. Bought it on Kaleidoscape, and it is in 4K HDR10, no Dolby Vision, but it did have Dolby Atmos.
Ooh.
And it is, I mean, the 4K, we'll talk about the pitch. It was really nice. It has grain, it's not crisp and clean like it was shot yesterday or anything like that. But it is a movie that's supposed to be about, what is it, the 30s, I think. So it really, it plays to it. Okay. Colors, vibrant, beautiful. I mean, the detail in Redford's face, kind of actually aged fairly well, considering if you remember at the beginning of this, they do a little de-aging back in, what was it? This come out in 84, I think, something like that.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God. Oh, come on.
I'm English. It's a baseball movie, Deej. I mean,
it's not, though. It's not a baseball movie. It's a movie with baseball in it. And it's so much more. It really is. I think you would actually, I do. I think you'd like it. It's not like Major League or Field of Dreams or something like that.
Field of Dreams is great.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, that's baseball centric. This is a guy who was gifted, gifted athlete. And see what happens. The taking advantage of the athlete, doing this, and even back in the 30s. So,
is it a true story?
No, but I don't believe so. But you could say, like, I could see stuff like this happening. Okay, and like there is some stuff that's far-fetched a little bit. Not about his talent or anything, but there is some things that you go, I don't know if that could happen, but at the same time, you're like, I wouldn't put it past people. Because, let's be honest. It's like, it's all about your breaks in life on what you get. Like, not always are the best athletes, the best actors aren't always in the best. There are people that are better, more talented, just didn't get the opportunity and didn't get, you know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, if you're the best in the world, and that's what this is kind of about, what he wanted. And it's like, you have to see it, but there's a hint, a very small hint of like Forrest Gump in there, to the character, the simple kid that he was a simple kid that was really good at baseball. And that's what he wanted to do and didn't understand the world is really what it became. And by the end of the movie, he understands the world, and it's like, it spans his life. So it's really, it's more than just baseball, but home theater wise, like I said, it's like the picture is really good, vibrant colors, detail in his face. And I was saying, like, they kind of de-age him at the beginning of the movie because he's supposed to be his younger self and, going off to play baseball. And they do long shot, like far away shots and stuff, or silhouettes. And you hear him talking with Glenn Close. And it's like, but they're all older. So it's like, the end of the movie is their actual age. So at the beginning of the movie, they're supposed to be younger, like teenagers, like 19 years old. So it's kind of funny in that way. But then when he does age and you get that, well, he's supposed to be like 35 breaking into the league, but you see that weathered face. Is it Sony? Is it a Sony disc?
Do you know what? I think
Sony, yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's a Sony disc. Yeah,
because they've got it on Amazon over here for £23 and 25 pence.
4K with Atmos.
Yeah, well, it's 4K. It doesn't say whether. Well, it doesn't say. Let me have a look.
Yeah, I got Atmos, and yeah.
No, it does. It doesn't say that, but but yeah, they have got it. But for Sony disc, it might be worth just picking up just for the home theater experience. Ooh.
Oh yeah, and then the audio, like I said, it's like I don't have true Atmos in here yet, but there were times they were like the cracks of the bat, the echo when they were doing batting practice in an empty stadium. You had that. You had full stadium, so you had that effect. Yelling in stadiums, the echoes there. There is some some bassy shots, I'll say. I don't want to give anything away, but I mean the Atmos actually plays really, really well. And I was like, I'd seen this movie, I don't know, I saw it on HBO when I was a kid, and in the 80s, and was like, I didn't think much of it, but until I saw it, and then I was like, oh my God, I gotta see that. Anytime it came on, I would get Shawshank and be like, I gotta watch this movie. And I hadn't seen it in a while. And now seeing it now in the 4K HDR and Atmos, and you're like, this isn't the movie I remember. Like, oh my God. I was like, wow. And he's like, hey, it's, oh yeah, yelling at people, like yelling in the stadiums and stuff like that. And yeah, really, really good. Really, really good. Definitely worth picking up. And I'm telling you, Steve, I think you'll like it. I really do.
Well, I love Field of Dreams. I like Moneyball, and I know nothing about baseball. Awesome. Yeah. So, okay.
No, this is again, it's not what you think it is. It's not a baseball. It's really not a baseball movie. It's a movie that, has baseball in it. And it's not as big into baseball as you'd think. It's deeper than exactly. So,
okay.
Ooh, so yeah,
I'll look into that. Yeah. Right. Good. Again, nice. Okay. Excellent. Right.
All right. And next up.
So now we go. So crossing back to me then. This then is one of my favorite, most recent Redford movies, The Last Castle from 2001. And I have reviewed this on the show before. So, no one write in, email in and go, oi, Steve, you're repeating yourself. No more than I normally do. And this is on 1080p Blu-ray. This I had to import from the US because it wasn't out. I don't think it's still out here yet on Blu-ray. And it is available in 4K over there now on 4K disc. But this was the Blu-ray. I will import the 4K disc at some point. And I love this movie. I always really liked this movie. And what's interesting is it had a very turbulent and very troubled production history, where the entire story changed as they were filming it. So if you want to look on IMDb and see kind of how this all unfolded, it's a miracle it turned out as well as it did. Really good fun movie. You've got Redford playing this disgraced general, finds himself in a prison run by James Gandolfini. The prison looks like the Shawshank prison. And basically things ensue, and it's a thriller about who is going to come out on top between these two guys, the evil warden or the disgraced former general. And it's a Robert Redford movie, so won't take you long to guess who wins. But it's very, very cleverly done. It's a great film, really, really good. And again, we have a bit of a Marvel reunion going on because obviously Mark Ruffalo's in it. So we've got him in there as well as Robert Redford. So very, very
What
cool.
year was this?
2001.
Oh, so it was way before Marvel. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look how young Ruffalo is too.
Yeah, he does look young in this, if you know what I mean. That's not just that picture. He is clearly still kind of learning his acting chops in this, but it's very good. I really like the film. It looks and sounds great. Prior to having the Blu-ray, I only had the non-anamorphic DVD, which looked like absolute rubbish. I'll
Yeah.
think of a different word, but rubbish will do. And it just did not look good. So the Blu-ray is awesome, and I mean it's been shot with lots of split diopter shots, which all look great. And you've got it's really really nice. Yeah, looks great, very colourful. It looks beautiful on a 4K screen. And then the audio is great as well. There are scenes where he's walking through. I mean, it's a prison movie, so obviously there's scenes when he's walking on a tier, and you can hear all the prisoners all calling out, and all that stuff around. There are helicopters in it. There are explosions, gunshots. There's lots of kind of home theater eye candy and ear candy, as it were. But don't put candy in your ears, children. But anyway,
even if it's bacon.
Yeah, if it doesn't matter if it's got chocolate on it or not. Don't stick it in your ears. it'll hurt. So yeah, no, it's really good, and I always enjoy watching this. It's not a guilty pleasure for me. It is just a pleasure, but I get that a lot of people it would be a very guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
But I think it's great, and Redford's really good in this because he conveys a lot of stoicism with not a lot of dialogue, and I think that's down to the man himself. He's playing a star, both in the movie and his own star power as well. It's really really good. So yeah, well recommended. And Gandolfini's class in this. I mean, he's such an absolute a-hole in this. It's great and really petty. I mean, again, modern parallels. Who knows? Someone in charge, really petty and childlike. Who can say?
Yeah, I haven't seen this one in forever. I remember when it came out.
It'll be on. Is it on 4K on Kaleidoscape?
It's on Kaleidoscape. I don't know if it's in 4K. Yeah, 4K HDR. Yeah. DTS Master Audio. Yep. Yeah, $14.99.
Yeah. Definitely worth picking up. Yeah, it's such a fun film. I think it's great. One of his better, more recent movies. I mean, I appreciate 24 years ago, but one of his better, more recent films. But we're going to talk about an even better one next.
Oh my god. All right, here we go. Yeah, you took this one in before I had a chance to, and you were even
same year.
Yeah, it was that what
2001. Same year.
This was 2001 as well.
Yeah. Just checked it. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Do you want to set this up? Do you want me to do it? You want to?
Yeah. Well, that's the one that's the first thing that came to my mind is this one, Spy Game. Him, Brad Pitt. And from 2001, and when we heard the news about Robert Redford, that was the first thing. This is the first movie I thought of, and I don't know why. Because he has so many other ones, but I always loved this movie. I loved the story of it. I mean, there's so many great like never do what he ends up doing. Right, that's the instruction at the beginning, and it's. But I always love movies like this. It's kind of like a smarter version of like Ocean's 11 or something, where at the end of the movie you go, oh wait, and like everybody's like in on like, oh my god, kind of, or Usual Suspects. Remember that, it's kind of like that. The ending, the reveal. This isn't so much like that. It's not as big of a mystery. It's like you see what he's doing all the way through, and it's fun watching him try and watching him do it. But there is a few at the end, few little reveals at the end that really you go, oh my god, he really was playing them really well. But yeah, Spy. And this is I only had an HD, DTS Master Audio, but it was. I mean, it like. You started it before me, and I don't think you'd even finished it when I started it. And it was like, it was just the opening like you said, from the opening to the ending. I mean, this here was better. The natural, like I said, was in Atmos. This is better audio wise. It just played so well. And I didn't even think the picture was that bad for HD. I thought it was a really good picture. And it does the you have different settings, you have flashbacks, you have the detail and the I know it's not HDR, but the contrast level and everything inside, like when they're in like the quote war room or whatever you want to call it, in there you had that level, but then you go outside into the real world, whether it would be a flashback with that they're talking about him and Brad Pitt, or you go into the prison, or you go into different places. It was like you got that gritty, grainy, not film grain, but like dusty, gritty look. But then you go into the quote, the antiseptic war room or whatever you want to call it. Like it was like everything,
the situation room, I think.
Situation room. There you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like the cleanliness of that and the contrast of black levels and their clothes and everything. It just looked gorgeous. And you're like, this isn't 4K. This isn't HDR, but it looked really, really good. And then you take away the audio. It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, again, same with me. I mean, I hadn't seen this film in forever, and this is my one's the Blu-ray again, 1080p, DTS HD, Master Audio 5.1, all up next to DuralX, and so it had been a long time since I'd seen it, and I had forgotten, and I bet Deej, we're not alone in the people, and having all of us have got this somewhere, and then had kind of forgotten just how good a home theater experience this is. And you're right, the video. Now it's a Tony Scott film. So of course it looks good and sounds good. I mean, I had forgotten it was a Tony Scott film, to be fair. But that you soon realize it the minute it starts. You're like, oh yeah, Tony Scott, sure, okay. With all the cutaways and again all that kind of hyper real and lots of filters over the lens and all this stuff.
Yeah,
but the second this began, and again I had completely forgotten right from second one. This again is one of those push play demos. If you have not seen this for a while and you've got this in your collection, like what we had, do yourselves a favor, dig this out, put it back in, and prepare for awesomeness. Because my goodness me, they start in another prison, a Chinese prison, and you've got thunder rolling around the room. You've got rain. You've got the call of distant voices. You've got doors slamming, metal going. All of this before it even says spy game. We don't even have the title up, and straight away it is just this sonic symphony. It's awesome, and I love how the movie just it plays with audio. Notice, Deej, I mean, you get the helicopter and the sniper stuff, which is awesome. You get the helicopters whirling around. You get when they're landing, the rotors are in the overheads on Neural X, so you could hear it. It's right above you, and all the way through. But I love how it juxtaposes that cacophony of noise with then the CIA. And you've also got the different parts of the CIA. So listen for the chatter going on in the outer office. Robert Redford's walking around. Listen to all the conversations going on, the printers going, the phones going, all around. And then as soon as he gets into the sit room, silence. And and then it's just about the dialogue. It's this interplay. It reminded me of 12 Angry Men. So when they're in this situation room, you've just got these guys talking. And what I love, of course, if you've seen the movie, Redford is running rings around them. And this is what I love all that. So you get this silence of this room and them talking, and then it goes out. You get your flashbacks and all the rest of it, or he walks out the room, and it's awesome. This really is a very, very forgotten home cinematic demo experience. I mean, it's great.
Even when he
mentions Beirut and all that, and Libya, and and all the different things going on there as well. I mean, so good.
But to your description of the situation room and other things going on, like when he takes some phone calls, right? And he's taking a phone call, but then he's looking at the reflection and watching the people behind him, and you're seeing that, and then behind you, you're hearing the voice of the person that he's listening to instead of listening to the phone call. And they're like back there whispering away, and they're like, and then you get a jump cut to those people, but then you come back, and it was like, you were listening in the way he was, right? And it's like, and you're right. You go into the office, and the paper shuffling, and the other people in the background, like you said, they close the door to the situation room, and it's like, it was like cone of silence type thing. But then outside, he's walking around. There's so much, atmospherics to that situation, and like you said, it's like it's what seems like, quietness isn't, because there is a lot of detail going on around you. But yes, you have your really loud scenes, but then what seems quiet isn't. There's full, like you said, you did say that was one of the first, you hadn't even finished the movie. You're like, it's like the rear channels, everything, surrounds are fully engaged, like all the way through this
doesn't
movie.
Stop. Yeah.
And they are. And you're just like, what's next? And sometimes it's like dead, discreet, and clear. And other times it's just like an atmospheric to the area, but it's like you'll hear somebody talking over here, and then he'll go, "Oh, what were you saying?" Or so good.
Yeah, I mean, this was such a pleasure to go back to. And again, I genuinely, I mean, I know I keep saying it, but I mean it. You know, if you guys are like us, you've got this in your collection. Steve Att's saying he's only got the widescreen DVD. Steve, go get the Blu-ray. It will not be expensive. This is one of the old Universal ones that still has the funny little opening that they used to do. Yeah. It looks and sounds phenomenal. Yeah. And so, you know, isn't it a shame that it takes Redford dying for us to revisit it after all these years? But I'm so glad that we did come back to it, and because it just blew my mind. Yeah. I was over the moon with this, and it flew by. Probably my favorite of then the revisits. Just because of home theater, it's awesome. So yeah, very, very good. Dom saying about the Harry Gregson Williams soundtrack. Yeah, absolutely. The music's great. Very cool. So yeah, so we're missing Redford, and then obviously miss Tony Scott as well. And again, we know someone that knew him very, very well, extremely well, in fact. He is missed, and we're massive fans of Tony Scott stuff. And this is definitely one of his better ones. Very good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I honestly, I wasn't, like you said, I wasn't expecting the audio to be what it was, and it's, I wouldn't be surprised if the Blu-ray is pretty close. I mean, the DVD is pretty close,
but it'll be lossy though, won't it?
Yeah, probably, but it's still. I mean, you're still going to get some good. I mean, it's not going to be as clean, like you said. It'll be, but it's still. Yeah, I just think we didn't have the gear back then to pull everything out of this, and what we're getting now is just like, oh my God. Yeah. And it's like, to live up to like what we have now with object based, all these other codecs, and to be like, this is just 5.1, but oh my God. Yeah. It's like a Nolan film.
Well, it is a true theatrical experience. And I said to you, I saw this on a first date years and years and years ago when it came out. And and I can tell you now, watching it like this was a much better experience than watching it in the theater that I saw it with back then. There is no question. Yeah. It's so good. So definitely recommended. And if anyone does revisit it, then let us know what you think of it. And Steve, on eBay, buddy, you'll be able to pick this up for an absolute song. So well worth picking up. But yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Jordan saying in the chat, a few Tony Scott films don't get talked about enough. He's like, Unstoppable is one of my favorites of his filmography. Yeah, that was one of the later ones. That was the train one with
with Chris Pine and Denzel Washington.
Yep. That's definitely a home theater experience for sure.
Yeah, I've got a disc of that as well.
Yeah, same here. It's like I haven't seen that one in a while either. But yeah. Alrighty then. That was all right.
Enter through Redford's filmography.
that brings us up our tribute to Robert Redford. All right. What do you want to do next? Because I've got my one more.
All right. We'll take your pick. We can do a bang up to date one.
What do you want to end with? Since you'll end.
Man.
How do you want to wrap up?
I'm just trying to think.
You want to end with this one?
Yeah, can do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have had a slight change of heart in relation to that.
Oh, nice. All right. I like the sounds of that. All right. Your choice. What's the
one that's red? It's on the screen there. Yeah, that one there. Yeah, let's do that one.
There we go.
Revisit this.
All right. Here we go.
Okay. So those wondering that are listening, or even those seeing it, because it doesn't say what the title of it is, this is the 4K UHD Dolby Atmos version of 28 Years Later, which I reviewed having seen it in the theaters, and now having got the 4K disc. Literally the first day it arrived, it went straight into the player. I watched it immediately. This is obviously the third now of the 28 trilogy. We had 28 days, 28 weeks, 28 years, and we've then got the next one, which is coming out in January, which you had all kinds of amusement with, called The Bone Temple. See, it amused you last time, and it's amusing you still, and that's good news. We just don't want them to put an R onto one of those words. Anyway, so I'm not saying which of the words, Deej. Just saying one of them. The bone Templar. That's obviously what I meant.
Hello.
Yeah, close the doors. Close the doors. Right. Okay. So.
Oh God, here we go. There we go.
Second viewing of it. I thought you had done it then. I thought you had done it. But no, not again. Okay, so thought you had. I thought you'd done it. Right, so let's get back on track.
Well, hey,
Don't teach me to go off topic. So this is, as I said, third one set 28 years after the virus outbreak in the UK. Brexit ciphers all over the place. The UK's been sealed off and left. And Europe has managed to contain it, and then the UK is essentially under siege. We have our characters that are on an island off the coast of the north of England, and they then find themselves re-encountering our zombies after all the infected, whatever you want to call them. They may not be zombies. Really good film. I did enjoy it the second time round. I enjoyed it more this time. I did enjoy it first time, but I enjoyed it more this time, knowing where it was going, and I could kind of enjoy it in terms of the acting and everything else more. So it's still good. Now, in terms of home theater, Sony disc, everybody. However, this one is a bit more challenging than your normal movie, because this film has been, in terms of video, messed with to the nth degree. So firstly, the aspect ratio is ultra wide, 2:7:1. All right, so it is, and it is noticeable. I mean, you are talking thick bars. But again, another reason why you'll be grateful you don't have your mask in, Deej, because you haven't got to worry about it.
It won't make it.
Very wide, very wide. But that is not a problem, because if you're watching it on a fairly decent sized screen or from a distance that takes advantage of it, it actually does look pretty cool. And you get plenty of the vistas in and all that stuff. So that's good news. It is a little hard to compare it to anything else, because this was the one that was shot using the iPhone 16. The whole thing was shot on an iPhone 16, literally thing I've got, albeit with better lenses than an ordinary iPhone. I mean, there are definitely some sequences that have clearly just been shot on the phone, and then others shot with better lenses. And so there are times where there is shimmering and there is a bit of noiring effect and that kind of stuff, but it's all deliberate. It's done deliberately. But there are other times when the shots are razor sharp and very three-dimensional. You've got to just kind of go with the flow of this. It's Danny Boyle's motif. It's just what he does. I mean, the first movie looks dreadful now. It was shot on HD video. It's terrible. Oh, geez. And it looks like a poor pirate copy when you watch it now. It's really bad. And so he's deliberately tinkered with the look of this as well. So, as I say, some very sharp, but some not. You can't really compare it sensibly to anything else. And to try and do it, it's a fool's errand. You just spend the whole movie, complaining, oh, that doesn't look right. Just go with it. The audio is very, very nice, way better than my theatrical experience. Again, storms. There's a nice bassy sequence of some deer running. There's like a herd of deer. Oh, cool. And again, because obviously no people around to hunt them, and there's a nice bassy stampede scene with that, which is like, oh wow, this is very nice. It looks and sounds as good as you want a modern movie to look and sound. It is exactly what the director intended, it seems to me, and I had a great time with it. So did you get the 4K Kaleidoscape version, Deej, or is that
not yet?
Not yet. No, okay. But it is well worth seeing. It really is. I'm not going to put up Jordan's comment there. It looks like he's. It looks like people I think generally really enjoyed it, and you can do far worse. And for a home theater fan, the wider ratio is just interesting in and of itself, because you don't get many of those. And it's interesting to see how that affects the composition of the frames and everything else.
There was a movie last year that had it, or maybe it was the year before. And then I hadn't seen it since, because I remember doing, I changed my masking for it. I can't remember what movie it was, but I actually adjusted because I could, when in my theater, I could pull the masking down, and then you just have to get the velvet, like on the bottom, it's easy. You just skirt it and it just drops down. But the top, I had to actually fill it. But there was only one movie I had to do that for. I can't remember what it was. And that was like a year or so or more ago. And then the only other time I've seen it recently was in Sinners. He used it in the a few scenes. They went to that extreme, and then they opened up real wide. So
Hateful Eight does it as well. Tarantino's Hateful Eight shoots in ultra wide as well. And that's what I seen not that long ago. Yeah, I did.
It wasn't that one.
But I'm trying to think what it was. Did you know? I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember what it was. But so it's always fun to see those on a again on a fairly sizable screen. It looks cool, but it is noticeably different. And I can imagine some people watching on smaller screens are going to be like, hang about, this is like going back to the 2000s and our old, our old widescreen 4:3 TVs.
4:3 TV with a box top. Yes.
But it's good. And again, if you like the movie or you're curious about it, it's well worth picking up.
Cool. All righty. Can't wait for the third installment. Alrighty. Can't wait for when we do that one. All right, here we go. All right, this one I just got on board the other day. This one hasn't been out that long. It's from 2005. So here we go.
2025.
2025. Sorry, not 2005. 2025. Yeah,
it's recent. Only 20 years.
Yeah, it just came out this year, 2005. What happened to DJ?
Going back in time.
So we're talking. I'm talking about the Amateur with Remy Malek, Lawrence Fishburne, John Bernthal. He was. I thought I wish he had a bigger part, but I did like his part in this a lot. What?
Sorry, John. Hey, John.
What?
You said you liked his part in this. You wish he had a bigger part.
Oh, God. I was just about to put our pictures up on the screen, and I will hesitate. Oh, God.
Anyway, moving on.
Okie dokie. Oh boy. I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, look at this. Because I'm trying to remember. This is why I need notes. This is how you know I don't take notes. What movie am I talking about? Oh, there's the picture of the Amateur. Oh yeah, we're not talking about Steve the Amateur. Amateur, not immature.
Both. An immature amateur.
There we go. Nobody ever said we were professionals. I grabbed this on Kaleidoscape, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and it is, it's not what I was expecting. As a movie, that is. All right, like I was expecting a little bit more actionish, a little bit more, but I mean, it had it. But I thought it was. I really liked the story. Really good story. And it surprised me. Even like you go by the description and say, a CIA analyst with no experience in the field hunts down the international terrorist who killed his wife. And you're like, all right, here we go. Another Mark Wahlberg special. And it's not. It's so much better. It's so much smarter. And exactly like the role that Remy Malek is playing in here, his character is like, it's not what you would expect. Don't judge a book by its cover. And it's just, it's so much more. And I thought it was, but as a home theater experience, I thought the picture was very, very good. I thought it had, deep blacks, good contrast, great contrast ratio. I can't really say, I mean, it was sharp. I will say that. I mean, it was
all shot in IMAX.
Yeah. And it was very, sharp, gorgeous picture shot this year, but it wasn't like it's not a vibrant film.
No.
Right. No. It's a darker film. Like just look at the posters, look at the trailers. It's more of a, I almost want to liken it to like the flashback scenes from Spy Game, right? Like kind of, I don't want to say they're it had great contrast, so it wasn't like it was muted or anything like that, but it wasn't a vibrant color palette, but it did play itself to a high contrast, gorgeous look, right, to what it was. And I don't know, maybe you think maybe they're playing off of that, like things aren't black and white, but we're going to shoot this in a high contrast way that it's like, it could be like, you're going to think things are black and white, but things aren't what they seem.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I took from it that it was a kind of they're trying to shoot it to make it look realistic rather than a stylized thing. They're trying to show, because the movie, I think, is about what could really happen. This guy, this guy isn't John Rambo. He's not Jason Bourne. He's not, he's not, Robert Redford in Spy Game, or indeed even Brad Pitt. He is very much a kind of a normal guy. So I took it was kind of being shot like a a very natural looking way rather than hyper stylized. That's how I remember it. Appreciate it's a while back now. But that's how I remember it. I remember thinking it's not going John Wick. It's not, everything is not, in fluorescent lights and, UV lighting. It's all done in a very kind of just a normal, quiet lens way.
I think the most vibrant scene is probably, it's in the trailer, is the pool scene, right? And you had that glow of the pool. That's one of the more vibrant scenes. There are some nice explosions in here that happen like off camera, but they pan behind you. They do. I mean, they did, it was really nice. The audio, it was with the Dolby Atmos. It was same thing. This isn't going to be the action thriller that you would expect it to be, but like Spy Game, like that, it had a lot, a lot of atmospherics. It had some, there was like some chase scenes, stuff like that, where you're in it, things are flying by. And they did do a little bit of the, I don't want to say role reversal, but like, in a horror movie, you expect, it gets quiet. You expect a jump scare. They use the negative of sound, like the absence of sound, to heighten the tension as well here. And it was like, I mean, there was one particular scene, I don't want to give it away, but it's like, I didn't see it coming. And it was like, you'll know the one I'm talking about. It's in a bar, and I didn't see it coming. And it's like, all of a sudden you're like, boom. And you're like, whoa, the room just goes bang, literally. And it was like, that was really nice. So, but good.
Yeah, well, the only reason I saw it, I mean, Jordan had recommended it, but it was on the side of all the buses here when it came out, and underneath it said filmed for IMAX. And so I think that's why it's so very, very sharp. I mean, it looks, it's a bit of an advert for Europe as well. I think it makes you want to go there and kind of, explore all these various towns and cities that are shown. But no, it is good. Yeah, and definitely not the movie you would expect. It ain't Jason Bourne. It's not, it's not even the contractor and that kind of thing. He doesn't have a special set of skills, at least not that translates to this.
Right.
The idea
he does.
You're going to show me, you're going to tell me how to do it, and then I'm going to do it badly.
or I'm going to do it my way. And be like, and it's like, really is. It's like, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, and pursue your strengths. And that's exactly, I mean, it was really good, really good. So, but yeah. All right. And let's see all right. And yes, John Bernthal has a small part in this. I wish it was bigger. So, alrighty then.
That's what she said. All right. Anyway.
Sorry, I'm not even going to say that sentence. The sentence I was just about to say, I'm not even going to say that. So no. All right. What did you want to? What was the one you wanted to wrap up with?
Yeah. Do you want to wrap up on the revisit?
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hit it. All righty.
Dokie. So you may not know from that picture. Again, we have animated menus, people. This is, and that was the best shot I could get. This is Warfare. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Anyway, Warfare. So, good God, y'all. This is now on 4K disc in Dolby Atmos. Now, regular listeners, viewers, tuner-inners, will remember that I reviewed the Amazon Prime version of this. I mean, couple of months or so, maybe a bit longer. And when I saw it on Amazon Prime, I didn't think a lot of the movie because I didn't think it was very realistic. But I did enjoy the audio and video, but didn't love it. Always mindful of the fact that it was a stream. So this now is the imported US disc. It's not available here on physical media, at least not yet, not in 4K anyway. So, and I've had it and been meaning to watch it for ages, and then found myself with some time, and so I did. So second watch, first time physical media in, as I say, 4K UHD and Atmos. Interestingly, second time round, the problems that I had with it first time round did not bother me this time. So I wasn't so bothered with them stood in front of the windows. Wasn't so bothered with them stood in a, in an open doorway. That didn't really feature this time, which I thought was interesting. And I think that says to me I was more engaged with the drama. I was enjoying it more and not thinking of that, which was interesting because I would have thought it would have bothered me more. So that was good. And I did enjoy it more. It went much quicker this time. It kind of flew by. It seemed like
it's only an hour and a half.
Yeah, so it's short, but it felt longer the first time I saw it. And this time it just was kind of, it's over already? Oh, wow. Okay. It really did just fly by. So I did enjoy it more. And as I say, the problems I had previously melted away, really. I wouldn't say I love the movie, but I did really enjoy it. And I'm glad I've seen it again. Now, the video is better, noticeably better than the stream. It is sharper. I mean, you can see from that there. I mean, look at the detail. And that's just a picture taken off my screen. But you look at the detail on the paint flecks and everything on the rifle, all those little marks and everything else, all those kind of things that movies would normally get wrong. But actually shows the sharpness of the transfer. And interestingly, Deej, one of the things I complained about before was how video gamey some of the shots down the street looked. It looked a bit like, Time Crisis, I think I said before, kind of that. It blended much better on the 4K disc. Interestingly, it didn't show up so much. It didn't look so flat, which it did when I saw it before. So that was really interesting. And, obviously, so detail was better. You didn't get any kind of banding with all the smoke and everything else. So it definitely looked better. So then the audio. Now, the audio was significantly better, dramatically better, I would say, than the stream. I mean, and that is obvious from the opening music video. As soon as the bass kicks in from that thing, it's like, right, okay, all right, I can feel.
It's like
this.
that John Wick 4 and the punches. You're just like right from jump. You're like, oh, here we okay.
Yeah. This is what we've got. Okay, fine. And sure enough, I mean, and that carries on throughout. So when you get these IED explosions, you feel them. When you get the heavy caliber weapons being fired close to the camera, you get that thud, 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 and you can feel that in the room, which is great, and in the floor. And again, I take your point about the fast movers. So when you get the show of force, my only complaint about it is how fast it goes. It comes and it's gone before it registers enough. I wanted it to be a bass note to hold longer. It kind of just, I mean, it's there, don't get me wrong, and it's deep and it's rumbling and it's great, but I just wanted that to feel that more. It kind of just goes, and the second time they do it, it's like blinking, you'll miss it, and it's just gone. So I would have liked a little bit more of that, but it is great. And then when they do unload with these vehicles again, where's Carl when we need him, with the little the tank things at the end, when they do start to unload with those, that I think is really bassy as well and sounds really good. So noticeably better video, dramatically better audio. This is the experience of this movie to watch. Forget the stream, I would say. Get this. And if you're in the UK, I mean, Jordan's saying Amazon have bought the rights here, so probably won't get the 4K disc here. But if you can and you've got the means, import it from the US because it is noticeably better. So or if it's on Kaleidoscope over here, I don't know if it is, but that this is the way to do it. It's there is no real sensible comparison with the stream. We've been saying recently, haven't we, how close streaming's getting to physical media. This proves that they're not there yet.
They're not. It's like you said, like even with it's interesting you picked like with the picture, it's the depth right? That the sense of depth that you can get with the physical media that you can't, it's just not there in the stream. And it's like, and you know, to be fair, and it's like, I'm not, you know, bragging or anything like that. Everybody listening to this show, watching the show, whatever, we're all there and we get it. And we have systems that can pull this stuff out. Most people, you don't. If you're getting, you know, I need a, you know, I got a 75-inch TV and I paid, you know, $4.99 for it, and I'm watching it and it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It all looks the same. Yeah, okay. That's what you get. And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't judge that and don't tell me that there isn't a difference, you know. And when you can see that depth, and when you can see, it's like, it's literally the gradation from your brightest bright to your darkest dark, and it's going to give you that sense of depth that just isn't coming through on the stream. Okay. And that's in the picture alone, you know. And then that plays out into the kaleidoscape talk, the physical media talk, the stream talk. It's like, and the stuff that, you know, John Thompson talks about all the time. And it's like, it doesn't have to be 4K. It can be a 1080p if you have the higher bit rate. If you have, it's how much information can you get into that in each frame. And it's not about the quality. It's not about the pixels on the screen. It's more about like the quality and the information that can be in each frame. And streaming just doesn't have it. And it probably won't ever have it, to be fair, because the masses don't care. It's people like us that care about it, right? And why are they going to spend the money to do that when nobody cares? It's like HT guys talked about this, it might have been a year ago or so or whatever, about Netflix. And it's like they've expanded. I know I mentioned it on the show here too. It's like, but they expanded their bandwidth, and instead of using that to give you more information in a 4K, they used it to be able to stream it to more people. So they didn't up the quality of their streams of the content. They just said, okay, now this is going to make it easier for everybody to get the same quality. Okay, if that makes sense. It's like, I can't explain it as well as they did, but the technology is there, but nobody's utilizing it to deliver it to us because most people don't want it. If you want top quality, it's probably going to have to be through physical media. And if stream ever gets better, I got to imagine that kaleidoscape or physical media, whatever, there will always be a better way, and we will be the ones trying to get it, right? And it's just the way it's always been. So, but yeah, it's like with this movie here, it's like, it just shows that's, you know, it's not close yet. It's good. Stream's great. And it's like, and we've seen some great content and it's funny, the best streaming content is one that doesn't have a counterpart for us to compare it to on physical media. You know, you'd be like, this is awesome. Well, yeah, because we haven't been able to do that AB yet. But yeah. No. And the show of force I wanted to ask you about, did you notice like the three show of forces and how the first one was really loud? The second one was more from inside. It wasn't as loud, but you knew what was going. And then the third one, it brought it again. And you were like, whoa. And it was, and it's like that, something like that gets lost in the stream because they probably all felt the same, you know? And you didn't get the first one that was like, whoa, boom. And you're like, that one came through and it's like, boom, I felt it. I should watch that again in this room, see how it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's just very quick. But also I think I might've been slightly spoiled because just over a year ago when I was in Spain, we went to an air show, and there they had F-18 Hornets that were probably, I don't know, 300 meters away with afterburners on, coming straight down and over, and they turned and burned. They literally turned. I mean, I've got footage of it, and you know, now there is nothing on God's green earth that could reproduce sound and bass like that. I don't
know. Those Ascendo Infrasonics.
Put it this way: people are on the beach are like this. You know, I mean, it was awesome, and not only could you hear it and feel it, you could also feel the heat from the afterburner engines as they come around. I mean, it's awesome. So I might have been spoiled a bit by that.
Yeah,
but no, it's really cool. I just wish it was longer. It took longer. That you can get that sonic boom, and maybe have 2 or 3, give them a strafing run so they could come in after the other. That might have been quite good. But I appreciate that they're trying to tell a real event.
It's a pretty cool thing that they utilize. No weapons, no nothing. They just come in and just go. Like, we're not even going to use our weapons here. We're just going to use the vehicle to just lay down like it's exactly what it is. It's a show of force. Like, you want us to fire a gun too?
You'd be annoyed if you just washed your windows though with all that dust.
Yeah, exactly. Or you dust in the house and the windows are open. It's like,
I just cleaned the car.
Now it's upside down.
But yeah, no, really good, and I'm glad I got the disc and that I did revisit it, because I was a bit lukewarm first time around. But yeah, no, it's really, really good. The interesting thing for me will be whether it's in my top 5.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, and I don't think it will be. I don't think it might be.
10 though.
It'll be in the conversation.
Oh, but might not make your top 10.
Well, the problem is
it's another great year.
This is the thing. I mean, we've had some awesome stuff so far this year, and there's still so much more to come. I mean, obviously, I appreciate you've had much more than what we've had, but before long, literally in the next month, there's about 6 or 7 discs, all of which could and probably should be in there as well. So, man, I don't know. We'll see. But I've got a feeling, for me, this might not break my top 10. Might not. So much good stuff.
Can you imagine where, like, the last day of September, we're basically 2/3 of the year gone. We got 1/3 of the year left, and we're already like, I don't know. We got so many to choose. Already have so many to choose from. It's like I'm literally like starting to like sweat. Like, how am I gonna pick for this year? Like, what is it gonna be? It's like, because we take that stuff serious. They're like, I don't know. What's it gonna be?
Wow,
and every year you go, I forgot that one. Oh my God.
Well, that's it. This is it. Well, I mean, at the moment, honestly, if you put a gun to my head, at the moment, my top one in terms of experience is a stream. And you know what that stream is, because it's not on physical media here yet. In terms of sheer experience, my top one at the moment is a stream.
I don't even know what that is. I can't even think of it.
F1.
Oh, because you don't have it yet. I was like, because it's not a stream
November.
To me.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, not till November. But
all right,
because just sheer. My God!
Yeah, well, what do you? And it's so funny. Same director, everything. That they did the exact same thing with Maverick. Right? It's like he came out on a stream now, and they delivered Maverick in November. Same idea, and it's like, here we go. It's like they're doing the same thing, but it's like, and everybody's looking forward to it. To the point that, like, with Maverick, I think Maverick was bigger. I will say that. But because I remember raving about that and being like, buy it, get the stream, enjoy it, and then when it comes out on disc, you're gonna be like, oh my God, it is, and it was amazing. This one here, it's like, it's like, it's. I mean, I was like, what's only streaming that would be that good? And I forgot because it's not streaming to me. Sorry.
No, quite. Yeah, no. Hey, no, we get it in November. We got it first, second week in November. So I mean, and that's just kind of off the top of my head. But when I think about recent, just like, oh my God, experiences, that's really, for me at the moment, with a gun to my head, that's my number one.
And there's so many people that didn't like it as much.
Well, quite, including Mr. Lee. So no.
That's all right. Teach his own.
Man, that's what's so cool about it.
So, I mean, he didn't like Oppenheimer either, so what does he know?
What was the other thing I saw? I did see him review something the other day that he really didn't like either, and I was quite surprised. I can't think what it was. It was enough for me to comment on it to someone else as I was watching it and think, oh man, you know what? I can't think what it was. Oh, do you know what? I have forgotten. I mean, I'll have to.
You sure it was him?
Well, it wasn't his seats. but it was fine.
Go
First
for it,
time I
man.
met
What
him
do
as
you-
well. It was really awkward.
Yeah, exactly. The first time you talked to him.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, oh, God. It's like, what happened here? That was great. That was good.
No, he's
really
good. I mean, I need to try and be on the 25-hour show with him if he doesn't drop in before, because there's a number of horror movies, and I know he's a reluctant horror fan, but I know he loves them. So they've got a number of them for him.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll wrap up with this. Something I wanted to say when we were going through the chat earlier and talking to people, I said, "Oh, I'll save this for the end of the chat." And obviously, we got not derailed, but just kept the flow kept going. Yeah, last week we missed. I missed the show, wasn't able to make it, and you guys know how serious we take this. How wanting to be here, and somebody had said something in the chat. I forget who it was now, but today it was like, oh, hard day at work, gonna be relaxing. I think it was Dom. Yeah.
Dom, yeah.
Sit down and relax and watch the show, and we do every week. It's like sometimes it's hard. We've messaged each other many times, might not make it, can't make it, blah 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 blah. And there's been many times where it has been close, where maybe there wouldn't be a show or whatever. But we try to get here for ourselves, for you guys, because I get those messages all the time. About people like my commute, even just the audio only. It's like, they listen on their commute, and it's like, I've heard some like literal stories that be like bring tears to your eyes, and you're like, these people are using this show to like brighten their day on their trip back and forth from, say, a hospital and stuff. And they did months and months of this, and you get these messages, and you're like, what the heck? I'm donkey in my basement, and it's like, what? And it's like, so we take it seriously. So, I apologize for not making it last week, but we do try every week, and it is rare that we do miss. I can't remember the last time. It was like over a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe. I remember something came up, same thing, and house and boom, I couldn't get there, but yeah. So thank you guys, everybody, for the understanding. I got messages from people, hey, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. So, but we do worry about it, and we try not to, and it is rare when it happens, but I appreciate everybody's understanding. Especially yours, Steve. Thanks.
Hey, man. No, man. It's good. Yeah, it's fine. Absolutely fine. Like I said, it's completely understandable. And, I get it. You do not have to apologize to me at all. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah, you just went about your day. Went, all right, kick back, watch TV.
Early nights. Yay.
Push play.
yeah. Off up to bed.
Yeah, there we go. Exactly. So, all right. Yeah. With that, I know Steve's got to get to bed. We were in a little late. Started on time. Went late. Look at us go. A little bit of makeup
Extra.
for last
Extra
week. A
footage.
little bit of extra. Speaking of extra, we'll do. We'll work to see if we can do another Patreon chat soon. That was fun. We did that a couple weeks ago. So yeah, we'll do that and hopefully be able to make the show the following week. That'd be fun. But yeah, thanks to all the patrons. Thanks to everybody. Thanks you for watching, following along, leaving comments. Whether you leave comments in the chat or you leave comments afterwards on YouTube, emails, appreciate them all. Appreciate all the support. So we will be back next week, I promise. So until then, you know what you got to do.
Go push play. What he said.
That's right. Hey, Fred. This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.